Hey YouTube, so this is actually my second time recording a video because I'm doing this handheld and I don't have what do you call it, any kind of stabilizer or anything like that, nothing to hold on to the phone. And I recorded the whole thing and I'm editing my video and I realized, holy crap, I think I didn't record this at the right, I didn't do landscape. So here's try number 2. So I've posted one video on my channel so far, and that was weeks, if not months ago. I suddenly realized, I didn't realize, I just thought to myself, you know, I haven't done anything, I should do some kind of update. And what finally spurred me to do one is this heat wave that was across parts of the US and Canada. I've been watching some of my the videos that I watch, right? I wouldn't say fellow van lifers. I don't think of myself as a van lifer, but you know, I'm certainly in an alternative lifestyle, very, very similar lifestyle. I just don't travel. But it's been hitting them hard, and thankfully so far I haven't heard any bad news about anyone. One lady was smart and got into a hotel when it got extremely bad. Others have been able to find lakes and rivers and stay cool that way, and so thank goodness everybody seems to have come out of the worst of it over there. We had a heat wave several weeks ago, and I thought about doing a video then, but my God, it was so humid. 98 degrees with, I don't remember what the humidity level was. I think it got as low as 38. When your temperature gets that high, you know, heat indexes, humidity, even the humidity tends to be a function a little bit of the temperature. The hotter it gets, the lower the humidity. The atmosphere can hold more moisture. So even though it might be 50% humidity, you're sweating your balls off at that point if the temperature is around 95 degrees or whatever. So I don't know what the humidity level outside is. I haven't looked at the temperatures lately, but I do know it hit 90 degrees about an hour ago. So yeah, I'm still living in my teardrop, as you can see. I've been here since what, November, I think, and I thought I'd do a little video about what I do to stay cool. Okay, so this is my Alpacool cooler. This is one of the cheaper coolers that you can pick up. I think I might have ordered it from Amazon. It was so long ago, I don't remember where I got it. So right now, it's hard to see. I have it set to where it kicks on about 39, 40 degrees. And it'll cool down to where this reads about 29 or 30, something like that. So it does ice up a little bit on the sides, but even in the wintertime, nothing freezes. So I keep a few sodas in here. I used to keep bottled water. I should probably do that again. Apple juice for in the mornings. I got some milk down here. Sausage and eggs, cheese, you know, simple stuff. My morning routine, I usually brew some coffee. It's a little 5-cup coffee maker. Fits perfectly in here. And chocolate milk to go with my a little chocolate milk mix to go with my milk. So you know, it's a little tough in the heat drinking coffee, right? We don't go very much below 80 degrees at night, and so I already took some video earlier of the restrooms. I'll try to fit that in here, but I park right next to the restrooms, and yeah, I don't get much shade here. And this is kind of an experiment still. Basically, I might one day decide to move and maybe move to one of the shaded spots. But I really like being next to the restrooms, being able to, yeah, because I'm an instructor, so I have the summer off, kind of, sort of. But during the fall and spring semesters, when I am working, you know, I get up in the morning, and it's nice to be able to very quickly run to the restroom, shower off, get ready for work and all that stuff. Same thing in the summer though. When I'm ready to get cleaned up, I run over and get cleaned up. There's one of the neighborhood kitties. He hasn't seen me yet. I love cats. Unfortunately, this one does not like me. Hey, kitty. Meow. Anyways, so yeah, I suffer it out, but it's a nice experiment because it's like, how far can I push this in the Texas heat before my AC breaks, or I have to do something else. That's my neighbor. Okay. And so I had a question a while back about the air conditioning. How does it perform? Well, let's see. It's been overcast last couple of days. Excuse the mess. So you can hear my AC is running. And it's been running most of the day. And yeah, 82 degrees right now inside. Now that's, of course, next to this wall. Nothing's too warm, but I do feel some heat radiating from here. So, you know, that particular spot, a little bit warm. But the cool thing about these trailers is I sit right in front of my air conditioner. So it's not exactly blowing cold because it is pulling in somewhat warm air, but with it blowing right across me, I can stay inside all day. There is one concern that I should address. If you've been researching these Nucamp tags, this back wall gets very hot. And the reason for that is, while this part sucks in and blows out through here, right? That sucks in and blows over the cold part and blows the cold air out. This vent sucks in air and blows it out the back of the air conditioner. That's got to go somewhere. Since the air conditioner is built into the middle of the trailer, it goes through this back wall in a tunnel, I guess you could say. I don't know how else to describe it. I guess I'll pop back up for this next part. So on the back end of all that, we have what we call cowbells here. And basically, there's a hole up in here with a screen on it that pulls in air. It goes past the air conditioner. Oh, and you can see this vent right here. And that's where the hot air gets blown out. Yeah, things get pretty hot. So when you have a nice dry day with some wind hopefully blowing this way from the front, it's not too bad. You get multiple effects. First off, if your window is in sun and you have a nice breeze that's drawing some heat away from this, it's cooling the top of your trailer, it's cooling the vent on the vent cover on the top there, and everything else. It's also going to draw away that warm air from under the trailer. On the other hand, if you have just a dull breeze on a hot day blowing this way, you're not getting as much on the front. It's drawing heat from that vent underneath your trailer where it rises, and things get hotter. So all that to say, some days it stays cool inside, even with some sun. Other days like today, there's almost no wind. Thankfully, the wind does seem to be blowing the right direction, but there's just not enough wind, and there's just enough sun that, yeah, it's going to get warm inside. Now, so that answers that question. How's the cooling? It's okay. There are things you can do. Some people put reflectix in their windows. I've elected not to do that, mostly as a test. What's the hottest my trailer could get? The answer is, when we had our heat wave, temperatures got to be 98 degrees outside, full sun, no clouds, no wind. And the hottest I got, as long as the compressor stayed on, was about 84 degrees. So if you've ever owned a window air conditioner during a heat wave, you may have experienced when the compressor turns itself off. It gets too hot. And that happened to me several times, where middle of the day, hottest point, compressor says, "I give up," and it stops. And it'll stay off for about 5 or 10 minutes. Meanwhile, you're slowly baking, right? You got all this heat coming in from outside. You're losing all your cold air. All the cold just gets sucked right out. The humidity goes up because you don't have that. The air conditioner dries the air a little bit, which I'll talk about humidity in a moment. And yeah, you start sweating inside. Luckily, the fan stays on, so you kind of lay back and, oh my God, when's it going to kick back on? And eventually, things cool down enough that it kicks back on. So that happened to me several times during the heat wave. Once we got past that, on days like today, or even a couple of days ago when I had full sun, not drifting clouds like now, it's not as hot outside. So if the AC does decide it needs to kick off, at least it wasn't as long. It wasn't as hot. It was maybe 92 degrees outside, 93. And those few degrees of difference make a difference. So those cowbells are drawing in the air, pushing it through. Everything all together, eventually the compressor kicks back on. I tried turning the air conditioner off and on and things like that, but after thinking about it, just leave the air conditioner running. Leave the fan running. If you want to turn the compressor portion off, that's fine. Leave the fan running, because that fan's drawing some of that air in over different parts of itself, and it's helping it to cool down. As far as humidity, common complaint with these tags and even other teardrop trailers is the inside humidity when you have this type of air conditioner almost never goes below 50%, unless you have an extraordinarily dry day outside and you have a little more, you have the windows cracked, which I'm not sure why you would. You're going to see the humidity hover around 50 to 60%, and that's because it's a window air conditioner. So as it's cooling, you have condensation, and that's why we have drip hoses. That condensation has to go somewhere. Meanwhile, you're still dragging air over water, over that condensate. It's always going to be 50% humidity. You could be 30% humidity outside and you'll be 50% inside. So the fix for that is just to dial the temperature down a few more degrees and you'll still be comfortable. It's not a dangerous humidity level. 90%, which it will do overnight, as long as it's just overnight and things dry out during the day, it's fine. I have yet to see any mold issues, mildew, any of that. Even after the winter, I changed out my mattress and didn't see any issues. Make sure I'm still recording. Good. I'm gonna go back inside because it's past 90 degrees and my phone will overheat. So, as you can see, right now I'm at 63% humidity. It got as far as 62. Overnight we hit 91% humidity. It's 82 degrees in this corner, but overnight it got as low as 68. So, and it's been very comfortable. I'm sitting here with this wind blowing over me, very comfortable. So hopefully that answers some concerns. I know there's other videos out there that talk about air conditioners. I'm not sure if there's been a video of a real life situation of somebody actually staying full time in one of these and in Texas heat, right? I know a lot of y'all are further up north where you don't have to run your air conditioner but maybe a few hours in the evening. I run mine 24/7. That's the only way you can do it, because at night it's 100% humidity and the temperature stays around 78 degrees, for most of the night. By morning it might hit 75 or 6. And while that sounds like a nice temperature, 76 with 100% humidity is not fun. You sweat and the sweat has nowhere to go except your mattress. So that's why I keep it at 68, and that's why that back wall gets so hot, because it will not turn off until about 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening, and then it cycles continuously, but at that point it starts cooling off. So that's really all I got to say. And a couple of quick plugs. Quick plugs would be follow Van City Van Life. Chrome Valdez, he's the bomb. He's the one who kind of got me thinking about doing a slightly different lifestyle. Cat Lady in a Van or something like that. Van Cat Lady, I can't remember her exact channel name, but they are going through some massive heat, or they were going through some massive heat issues in the British Columbia area. I was really worried about them for a while, but they've managed to survive. So, and they got through it. They need everybody's support for times like these. Hopefully, they get no more heat waves. That's it for me.